Hello, hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Monday Night Live, my Monday night podcast, 9 p.m. Today, it's Monday, the 24th of June, 9 p.m. Today, on my list of annoyances, is the Navigo Transport Paris system card bollocks and how to get a ticket on the metro. But before I get into my annoyance, I'm gonna open a cold, refreshing, non-alcoholic beer. From the wonderful guys at Brussels Beer Project who don't sponsor the podcast, but they give me some free beer now and again. And this one is one of my favourite non-alcoholic beers, Picobello, Picobello. And I need it because it's 24 degrees. It feels like it's about 32 in this studio. In fact, hey Siri, what's the temperature in the studio?
It's 24.6 degrees Celsius in the studio.
All right, it feels fucking hot, so I'm going to be sweating throughout this. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Yes, that will do. Right. Paris. I don't know what's going on. I tell you what's going on. Trying to get around this city by metro is one of the best ways to get around the city. However, to buy a ticket to get around this city, I don't know why it's so fucking complicated. It is so complicated. And recently, in the last couple of weeks, they had this big announcement. Valérie Pécresse, the head of the region and the transports in the region, was so proud to announce that finally you can get your Navigo pass on an iPhone. Because you've been able to get it on Android for a while. And on the surface, it's great news. It's like, wow, I can finally use my iPhone to get around Paris. But it's obviously, being France, it's way more complicated than that. If you go to a normal city like London or New York, you can use your phone, but you just pay with your card. You can pay with your contactless card. And if you've got your contactless card in your phone as a Google Wallet or Apple Wallet, you just put that on the thing and you pay with your card. Why in Paris do you need to have an extra card called Le Navigo that you have to charge up to then pay with? Why can't I just pay with a contactless card to start with? The whole Navigo system is a nightmare to start with. Plus, there's so many options, and now they've added it to iPhone, but not all of the options, of course. You can only add certain ones to the thing. Right, it's an absolute nightmare. Let me go through the different options you have as a person coming to Paris to buy tickets on the metro. Because I went on their official website to have a look, okay? So you've got the student ticket, okay? If you're a student, you can get a yearly ticket. You can do onboard ticket via SMS. What year are we in? 1997? What the hell is this? Then you've got Navigo Liberté Plus, which is what I used to have, which is basically a top-up. It's a pay-as-you-go. You have a card and you use it, and it's an unlimited, and every month you get a bill for the amount of money that you've spent. So €1.73 for each trip. You can get a monthly ticket if you live here on a monthly basis. However, the month has to start on the first of the month and it ends at the end of the month. So if you're on holiday for half of the month and you come back on the 15th of the month, you're fucked. You're wasting 2 weeks of a monthly pass. Why can't it just be 30 days from when you start the pass, right? Then you've got the Paris 2024 pass. Don't buy this. This will be a rip-off if you're coming for the Olympics. You've got a weekly ticket. So in theory, you could get 2 weekly tickets to while you're waiting for the monthly ticket to go. I mean, again, the weeks have to start on the Monday and they finish on the Sunday. What if you arrive on a Thursday? What is the point? Then you've got school tickets. You've got an annual ticket. You've got a day ticket. I mean, you've got the Ticket Plus on an Easy Pass or smartphone. That is what I'm currently doing. You've got the paper tickets, which are apparently still a thing. You've got the Solidarity minus 75% for those that are eligible for benefits and stuff like that. I mean, the list goes on of the different tickets. Why can't I just pay like a normal human being with my fucking credit card? I don't understand. If it costs €2, just let me pay it with my contactless card. Why do I have to set up another thing? And so the thing that you do on your phone now, you can only either buy individual tickets or like a pack of 10 tickets or a daily pass. If you're a monthly user, an annual user, a weekly user, you can't use your iPhone. It drives me nuts. Paris, why are you making this so complicated? And the original reason that I read ages ago about why Apple took so long to get on board, because this is like 2 weeks old now, is because Île-de-France, the people that are dealing with the transport, they wanted all the information from their customers, right? And Apple said, no, if you're using Apple Pay, you're not getting any information from our customers. So we're not going to do it. And I think Île-de-France, whatever, they struck a deal and were just like, all right, we won't take the information for our customers, which is why you can only get the individual tickets and then the 10-day ticket, or the pack of 10 tickets and the daily tickets, because you don't need to enter any extra information like your name, email address, normal address, your photo, all of that stuff. Apple doesn't want any of that data to go from you as a customer to Île-de-France Mobilité. So they agreed to those ones, but that's why the other ones don't exist. It's just let us pay by card, Paris. Why? It's the same technology. It's NFC, right? Near field communication. I have my credit cards on my phone. It's the same technology of me putting my phone on the reader to pay. I don't get it. Somebody in the comments, tell me what's going on, because I don't understand. Am I the only one that has this problem? And I'm going to go around the comments and see what is going on here. What are we going on? Right. Paris can't deal with technology. France would make breathtaking bureaucratic if they could. Would make breathing bureaucratic if they could. Sorry. Oh, God. I totally agree with you, says Baptiste Marlot. Yeah. Claire, typical France, always making something really easy, extremely difficult. The weekly pass is 50% more expensive. Is it? What, than it used to be? I have anxiety and I'm not even in Paris. I have 30 tickets on my Navigo Easy Pass already, the maximum allowed at one time. Why can't you just put none and just pay with your fucking card? The transport department want data mining. Exactly, of course they do, because that's how they sell the information. They want your information. TfL does it well in the London Underground. Yeah, they used to have Oyster cards in London. Oyster cards, which was a similar concept to Navigo, except less complicated. But now you just pay with your card. People still, I think, use Oyster cards. I think it's good if you're like a foreigner and you live in a country that isn't Europe, and your exchange rate between your local currency and the British pound is horrific. So then every time you're using your card, you get an extra fee from your bank. So I get that, where you would buy an Oyster card and then you just pay the same amount, but you in one block. Like you put £10 on an Oyster card, and it probably gets you 2 trips. I don't understand. It's one of those things that just drives me nuts. So I thought I would just share that with you today, because I can't be arsed. The weekly pass is 50% more expensive than the monthly pass. Oh, I see. Yeah. So why can't I start the weekly pass on a Thursday and it ends the next Thursday? Why does it have to be on a Monday? And why can't the monthly pass start on the 17th of the month and go to the 17th of the next month? Why does it have to be the first to the first? And this was the problem. Before you could do all of this on your phone, you had to physically queue up in the metro. So every 31st of every month in Paris, you would have queues going up to the different ticket machines within the metro, because people had to update their monthly passes manually on the same day. Najim. Najim Shawi, the legend. Najim Shawi. He is a photographer in Montreal. And my current profile photos and my photo for Paul Taylor and Friends, which, by the way, is tomorrow at the Apollo Theatre in Paris. It's the last one. And we've got an amazing lineup. None other than Tati McLeod, great comedian. Luke Thompson, comedian. Tanya Dutel, she's a French comedian, but doing it in English. Luke Charles, who's another comedian. And Charlie Winston, who's a musician who has buggered his finger, so he can't play music with the guitar. He might be able to do the piano, but the guitar no, which is why I have my guitar here to try and practice his songs, so I can play the guitar and he'll sing. Tomorrow at the Apollo. Anyway, he says, viens donc habiter à Montréal, c'est pas plus simple, mais c'est plus fun. D'ailleurs, Montréal, Montreal, happy Saint Jean-Baptiste, Carlis. It's a national holiday in Montreal. Shout out to all the Les Québécois, tabarnak, esti. What are you doing? It's a Monday. That's a good day to have a public holiday. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Maybe Pécresse, Valérie Pécresse, who's in charge of it all, is getting ready to run in 2027 again with a new position of making this France-wide. Mais où est Charlie? Well, Charlie Winston is a musician based in France. He's also English, and he's on the show. And he lives down south, and we're working together for the next couple of days. He's coming tomorrow to my house to work on the show tomorrow night that we've got, which obviously, like an idiot, the date was booked long ago. I didn't even realise it was England's last game in the European football to get through to the next stage, and we're going to miss it. Anyway, and then I'm going back to his place, and we're going to start brainstorming, because we'd like to do a show together, me and Charlie Winston, a musical comedy show. I think it would be great. And this is going to add more comedy to it now that his finger is busted, and I'm going to have to maybe try and play the guitar. Worst case, if I fuck up and I don't do it properly, one of you in the audience will play, okay? That's what's going to happen. Dearie me. Claire Angelina, we're going back nearly 20 years, but when I used to use the trams in Grenoble, it was a monthly pass from the day you bought it to the same day the following month. Now, aren't they intelligent in Grenoble? I love Grenoble. What a beautiful city. What a fun city to perform in. And the alcohol is great. Maxime Boutet du Québec, tabarnak. He says, merci, Paul. He's off today. A little bit of a pool. En te regardant. Hey, nice work. Are you stripes or dots? Or yellows, or... Which kind of pool do you play, Maxime? Is it real English pool with the yellows and the reds? Or is it American billard? Tabarnak avec les spots et les stripes, le... I don't know if you call it spots and stripes. Oh my God, What the Fuck France would have had a great episode on transportation. You know what? When I was making that show, What the Fuck France, all of 7 years ago, we thought about doing a What the Fuck France Metro Paris, but it was too expensive to film in the metro. To film in the metro, it costs tens of thousands of euros when you're doing it professionally. And obviously we had steady cam operators. There was a team of 15 people on set for those videos. So we just couldn't do it. Like we couldn't do one about the police, because the police was on my list of things to talk about, but it was too complicated to get the police involved. However, Les Pompiers, the firemen, were amazing. So we did an episode on Les Pompiers and how they are the supermen of France, and it was great. Red Becky, you've got to practice your guitar a bit beforehand. Yeah, I've got to tune the guitar. I think it's in tune. I'm not sure. I haven't used it in a while, and I don't really know how to play it properly, but I think... You guitar people, you tell me if this is in tune or not. I reckon that last one didn't sound right, did it? That sounds horrific. Oh my God. You know what? These strings are about 10 years old. I haven't changed the strings on this because I play it every 5 years. Or every time Charlie Winston comes up to Paris to be on one of my shows. Maxime plays 10 ball, American 9-foot table. 9 foot, 3 meters. Wow, that is a big table. Nice. All right, Bordeaux is the same according to Aiden Vlogging Limited. All right, well, it's just Paris then. What a bunch of idiots that run Paris transportation. Having said that, they've just opened a couple of more stations of Line 11, which have opened right next to my house. So it's great. The trains are amazing. They're brand new. The station's amazing. It's brand new. The only pain in the ass is the ticketing system. Control Alt Supprimer, on est combien de Grenoblois là? Oh, Grenoble! Shout out the Grenobles! Lolo! Play Nothing Else Matters to tune it. I don't know what Nothing Else Matters is. Raquel. I'm so happy you and fellow bilingual Tati McLeod will be sur scène together. Yeah, I can't wait. I've not seen her work on stage. I've seen a couple of clips of her on stage, and it was great. She sent me a message the other day on Instagram being like, hey, I'm in Paris on the 25th. If there's any chance that you've got a slot for me, then I'd love to be on the show. And I was like, hey, I've been waiting for you to come on the show. So she's going to be on the show, and I can't wait to meet her in real life and see what she's like on stage. Her tour in the UK seems to be kicking ass. Like it seems to be going really well. And she's the female version of me, bilingual, lives in England, is more English than French, I think, like me, but I think she has some French in her, like one of her parents is French. Something, I don't know. I can't wait to find out the story. And so she's on the show tomorrow. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be a really good... We've got an extra... Because she's joined, you get one more guest. Normally I only have 3 comedians. And this time I have 3 comedians plus the music. I guess the music is the extra. Although it won't be music, it will just be... It's going to be a fucking shit show. It's going to be amazing. Oh, I love it. Pow. There is no way in hell you don't know what Nothing Else Matters is. Maybe. Oh, it's Metallica. Okay. All right. Question from Linda Wonder Woman. How was Dave Chappelle yesterday? Donnell said he was great. I don't know how you guys are talking to these people, but yeah. So Dave Chappelle, I opened for Dave Chappelle last night. It was a good. It was a fun weekend. On Saturday, I was in Lyon to watch Coldplay at the Groupama Stadium, and it was pissing it down with rain. It was raining. But when they started, it wasn't raining anymore. But it for the what do you call it? For the hours leading up to the show, it was absolutely pissing it down. And I saw a video on Instagram.
Screenshot of one of your stories.
We had, good seats because, the show was run by Live Nation and they were kind enough to give me some tickets to go and see the show. What was I going to say? Coldplay, Lyon. It was like a river getting on to, or getting into the stadium if you were in the I don't know how you say la fosse in English. The ground, on the floor, walking, stood up, in the stalls. Is that how you say it? I don't know if that's how you say it for a concert, but I can't. If I type in Coldplay Lyon into all right, let's type in Coldplay Groupama. Groupama? Oh, here we go. There it is. This was the state of the concert getting in if you were on foot. It was like a river. You were going through a river to get there. It was... I felt bad for everyone in there. Luckily, the rain stopped when they started. So, did Coldplay on Saturday. Got quite drunk. And then did Dave Chappelle yesterday. So, I opened for Dave Chappelle. The show went really well. For me, it was great. Much better than the last time that I opened for him. Last time I opened for him, I was opening and the audience was still walking into the show because they had to start the show on time because it was a second show, so the second show couldn't be late. So I had to start the first show as the audience was still walking in. So I had a rough time on stage. This time, though, it was only one show on yesterday, and there was no rush. So we started a little bit late, and I went on stage, and it went really well. I had a couple of new jokes in there. They went really well. And the show was solid. Then Michelle Wolf, who's another great comedian from the US, she was on after me. And then Dave went up and did his show, and it was great. It's still a work in progress, but it is a better work in progress than 6 weeks ago when he was on stage. And a little bit drunk, shall we say, for the show that I watched anyway. So it went really well. It was super fun. Had a great time there. Didn't really interact with him or the rest of the team. I just did my set, and then apparently they called me up on stage at the end of the show, but I was in my dressing room and no one told me that was going to happen, so I didn't come out on stage at the end of the show, so missed that. And also just because I'm so fucking English, I hate being the English person. I'm just awkward. I don't like I hate feeling like I'm interrupting people in their thing. So everyone had their individual dressing rooms and they were all closed. And there were like security guards, and I didn't want to be awkward and be like, excuse me, will the people at the end of the show be coming back on stage? So I just sort of was walking backstage. I watched most of his show from the balcony with some of the audience. And then as it was finishing, coming back down, there was a concert at the end as well. It was a good show. People got their money's worth. But yeah, I missed out on a bunch of things, but it was good. The show was great. I had fun. And I'm happy that my 10 minutes went really well. So we're happening. Speaking of which, I have some things to announce. However, I'm going to be doing. I was going to say, however, I'm not announced. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. There will be an announcement on my page and on Live Nation France's page. Basically, I'm spoiling it for you now. But those of you who follow me closely, you knew this was coming. Work in progress. My work in progress shows. My full hour work in progress of my English only show is coming to London, Paris, Geneva, and Brussels in the month of July. We're still just figuring out the final dates in London, Brussels, and Geneva, but it's basically going to be the whole month of July, starting on the 7th of July until the 29th of July, and we're going to do about 11, 12 shows. 6 of them are in Paris. They will be at the Apollo in Paris, the small room, because I just want to make sure that the show works, the jokes work, and the structure of the show works in itself. The tickets will be on sale tomorrow at 6 p.m. So watch out for that. And Patreon, if you're a follower of my Patreon, I will show you the posters, and I'll give you the links as well to the ticketing websites, because you're my Patreon members and you're absolute legends. You get priority over. If you don't follow me on Patreon, you get an extra hour of this every week, plus a whole bunch of behind-the-scenes content of my life as a comedian, and you get early access to stuff, namely ticket. You're the first people to find out when I have shows. Patreon, then it's my mailing list, then it's everyone else on social media. So yeah, can't wait. I cannot wait. Going back to the guitar, Red Becky says I need to harden my fingertips up for a week or so before you play. Well, that's not happening. I've got 24 hours to harden them up. If you ever go back to interviews on this live podcast thing, Tati would be a fantastic guest. Yes, she would. She's on my list of guests. Of course, at one point when I start doing a podcast where I have a guest. But I don't think those will be live. I think I will pre-record all of those so that I can pre-record a bunch of them, and then we can release them on a regular schedule. So I'd like to do that. Who else have we got? What else is happening? People are saying welly time for the Coldplay. Yeah, it was... What else have we got? Who have we got? July in Geneva, count me in. Pow! Red Becky, how are my knees? Well, my knees are feeling better. I haven't been running yet. When I can run on Sunday. This Sunday coming up will be my return to running in preparation for my marathon at the Paris 2024. Where's my little mascot? There he is. Paris 2024 marathon I'm running, and I haven't been running for 2 weeks. I've been doing leg exercises, and my whole YouTube algorithm has changed from normal running to running with knee pain, and how to musculate, how to build up muscles in your upper legs, because those are the muscles that are connected to the knee and around the knee area and ligaments and shit. So I need to work the muscles in my legs so that I'm putting less strain on my knees. So the knees, it feels fine now. I just need to keep doing the exercises for the next few days and stretching, and then take it easy. I've got to start out easy. I'm going to start doing 15 minutes. Then I'm going to do 30 minutes, build it up to 45 minutes, build it up to an hour, build it up to an hour and a half of running. Probably, I might I'll see if I can build it up to 2 hours before I do the marathon. That would be ideal. If I can build it up to 2 hours, I've got 6 weeks or 5 weeks. 6 weeks until we run the marathon. We being the 20,024 people that are running it. And so, yeah, it's going well. Thanks for asking. Tio Chino, can we have one show in New York? Tio, I would love to do a work in progress show in New York. Unfortunately, I can't go over there. The amount of money that it would cost to fly to New York and stay in a hotel for one night to perform in front of 100 people, I would basically be, paying a month's salary to perform there. So I will be in New York next year, I think, is the plan. US Sunday! We're planning to do a US and Canada tour next year, the beginning of next year. So I should be around for that. Not to say that I won't be in New York before then doing other shows. Maybe. Who knows? Hello. Patrick, can we do a work in progress of me directing a team filming your work in progress? What do you mean? You want to film my work in progress, but you want to direct the team filming it, and then we were going to film you film it. I don't know what's going on. Good luck with the Sunday run. Thanks very much. Swimming is great for the body. Yeah, although I can't go to a French swimming pool. I've talked about this before. Another one of my pet peeves are French swimming pools where you have to wear the fucking hat, you got to wear the Speedos, and you look like an absolute bellend. And I don't like getting naked. It's not one of my things that I like to do. So I cycle instead. I have my bike and I'm cycling. Sometimes I just go into town to come back out of town because coming back is like a hill up, right all the way up, just uphill almost all the way. And so I just speed it on the bike to get a bit of leg muscles and a bit of cardio work. Do you know what I mean? Is that the Paris Olympics at 9 p.m? It is, yeah. So the marathon, the Muggles marathon. It's not the men athletes and the women athletes. It's the non-athletes. We're running at 9 p.m. The men run at 9 a.m. The women run 9 a.m. the next day, and we're right in the middle, 9 p.m. For that run, which means I'll finish probably around between 1:30 and 2, I reckon. I'm going to do a 4-hour 30 marathon with the state of my knee. I was hoping to do a 4-hour one, whatever, I don't care. I just want to enjoy it, and I want my knee to hold up as best as it can. So we'll see how it goes. Right, here's a terrible play on words for you. Pokeraj says, take care of your knees, otherwise it will be a niçoise salad. Hey! Hey! Taxi! Oh my god! Oh, that's amazing. Red Becky says, how do you say the bee's knees in French? That is a good question. French people, give us the answer. How do you say when something is the bee's knees? Or the dog's bollocks, as I prefer. The bee's knees, the dog's bollocks. Quelque chose de bien. Je sais pas comment on dit ça. The bee's knees. Patrick, he wants practicing my skills by filming the show with a small team and then edit it. Mate, all right, well, let's be in touch. Patrick, we'll get manager Adam involved, and we'll figure it out if you want to come. I mean, it's a really small comedy club. I think there's like 70 seats there. It's the Caustic Comedy Club. So I don't know if they've got enough room to be filming a lot of cameras. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Raquel just says le meilleur, the best. Is there not a good expression for it, though? The bee's knees. Genou de l'abeille. Oh, literally, yeah. There was me thinking it was serious for a minute. C'est le pompon. C'est des couilles du chien, ce truc. Yeah, that exactly. It's the dog's bollocks. It means it's great. Like, this beer is the dog's bollocks, which is why I'm drinking it so quickly. It's only half past. I am so hot. Can you see the sweat dripping down me? I need to get a ventilation solution in this studio because there's no air current that I can make because I have windows, but there's no windows on that side, so I can't make the air current. And also, I don't want the neighbours to hear me shouting like an absolute mentalist every Monday night. Look at him, he's already on it, Patrick. Schnoorly. For the caustic, I would suggest a 3-cam setup. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Let me tell you when that is. Well, Patrick, I'll tell you on Patreon. I don't want to spoil it. But I will have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows by then. So, yeah, maybe it's worth it. What? Sorry, I just got a text from my dad that makes no sense. I'll answer it later. La crème de la crème! Oh, of course it is, Linda Wonder Woman! How fucking stupid am I? The bee's knees, la crème de la crème. Oh, come on, crème de la crème. We also say that in English, though, do you know what I mean? Paul is like an iPhone. He can't charge his social battery in hot temperatures. Mate, I'm like an iPhone in the sense that my social battery lasts about 20 minutes. That's what it's like. And then I'm finished. I can't be dealing with it anymore. Information from Tio. I've just been looking at the marathon is following the Route des Femmes, the women's march that went to go get Louis XVI at Versailles. Yeah. They want to retrace the women's march in Paris, where the women left Paris, walked to Versailles, got Louis and said, mate, fuck off, get back in here, instead of living in your castle out in the sticks, and we're going to chop your bollocks off. So that's what happened there. And so they're retracing that route. Basically, it's Paris to Versailles and then back around a slightly different way. And to commemorate that, for the first time ever, they're finishing the Olympics, which traditionally finish with the men's marathon is the last Olympic event on the last day. This year, it's the women's marathon that's finishing off. The men's do it the day before. So Sunday, the 11th, is the last day of the Olympics. And the Paralympics, I think, start 2 weeks after that. Last day of the Olympics is the 11th. And we're running on the 10th in the evening. And the men are running on the 10th in the morning. So yeah, I reckon some people won't finish our marathon before the women have to start at 9 a.m. Adam Kate, also, let's face it, an open window in France is summer is mosquitoes' paradise. Living in a mosquito's paradise. That didn't work, that song. I was trying to do Living in a Gangster's Paradise. Yeah, and to counter that, I have a sheet of like shiny paper that collects all of the bugs. I don't know if this is gonna work. Is it gonna work? There it is. It's like it works a little bit. To be fair, I don't have a lot of bugs in here because it's not been summer. Summer started 2 days ago in France. Literally. Well, yesterday was the first sunny day, I think. Yeah, pretty crazy. Right now was the first time I heard somebody using the future perfect. I don't even know what the future perfect is. Did I use it or did somebody in the comments use it? Oh, I will have done 5 shows. I will have done 5 shows by then. Is that the future perfect? Yeah, I guess it is. As if I know my own language. No idea. Usama asks, what do you think of the general situation of Paris now with the election added to the Olympics? Oh, it's hilarious. Oh, it's amazing. Next Sunday is round 1 of the elections. Then the Sunday afterwards is round 2 of the elections. And everyone seems to be shitting themselves about what's going to happen. But yeah, to be fair, I don't know why he added that 2 weeks before the Olympics start. 1, 2, 3 weeks before the Olympics start. Why would you do that? Why would you not just wait a couple of months and do it in September when everyone's back from the Olympics, everyone's back from the Paralympics, everyone's back to school, and people are back from holidays? Why would you do it in July? Or maybe that's a tactic. Maybe you do it in July. I don't know enough about French politics to understand. So nothing's changed for me because I'm not allowed to vote in France. And I won't even be here. I will be in London that weekend for shows. So, hey, I don't care. Wait, hold on. No, it's not the 14th. So yeah, mental. is how it is. And that's all anyone's talking about. But, you know, we got to have something to talk about in Paris. Do you know what I mean? Will you wear a funky sweatband, Paul? You're going to be very sweaty. Red Becky, for me running, I am going to be very sweaty. This is me in 24 degrees. Imagine the 10th of August at 9 p.m. Fuck me. If this is 9 p.m. in June, oh my God, I just realised that. I will be running in this exact weather. I will have started the marathon 35 minutes ago, and I'm just sitting down talking to you. Oh. So I've got a cap, a running cap, which wicks the sweat away. But I'll still be a sweaty bastard. I'm still trying to figure out what my uniform is going to be. Listen, if England win the Euros, I will probably buy an England football top. Have some Vaseline on my nipples so I don't get nipple rash after 4 hours. And represent. I might do that. Otherwise, it'll just be all black with some bright yellow sneakers, running shoes. I've already been killed by 10 mosquitoes. My kids are eaten alive. Oh my God. Yeah, mosquitoes and wasps. If you're out in your garden, having a little barbecue on your terrace, bad idea, because the mosquitoes will come and eat you. And the what you call it, Ligepe, the wasps. You know what I'm going to do? So I've got these, a friend of mine got these beer mats for me. I'm annoyed. This is another pet peeve, right? They're really cool. Very cool. It's actually the words from the Daft Punk song, Harder, Faster, Stronger, and Better. The problem is they're made out of leather, right? So look what's happened to this one. I've had my beer on it. Let me close my eyes. Look at that. It's soaking wet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a coaster designed by my good friend Jay Swanson with his little signature on there. Jay Swanson underneath, because it's made out, but I don't want to ruin it. I've got two, it's fine. Oh, I've already put it on on the other one. So I'm doing that because it's made out of like paper or whatever it is, card, so it absorbs the liquid. Do you know what I mean? Romy Kate, will you still vote or can you in the UK? No, that's the thing. I can't vote in the UK because I've been out there. I've been out of the country for 15 years. And I can't vote here because I'm not French. So I'm fucked. That would be the reason to get a French nationality, to be honest, though, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Oh, there's a great podcast explaining why he's decided to do the elections. It's actually a tactic. Okay, it makes sense. In August, you're going to be a puddle. Yeah, I will be. It's going to be horrific. I'm hoping that not. The reason it's so hot now is just because it's been cold for 6 months. So hopefully by August, the weather will have calmed down. Oh my God. Have you sorted out your outfit, a sun hat? Well, don't need the sun. It's 9 p.m. Although 9 p.m. I've closed my shutters. But I think the sun is still out. The team at Orange Running, who are official sponsors, they have provided me with sunglasses which change colour, or they go dark and light. They're like special running glasses. So that was a good shout to them. I might be running with their jersey, the Team Orange Running thing, because apparently you get some cool shit at the end of the run if you're wearing one. I don't know. I don't have the information. Right. I'm taking advantage of my double life here in the US and France. While in the US, I'm enjoying screens in windows and air conditioning. Yeah, I bet you are. What else do we have? Oh, apparently the 15-year rule has been scrapped. Has it now? I don't know who I'd vote for anyway, even if I could vote. I don't care. They're both, all of them are assholes. And obviously, the far right is not my cup of tea, if I'm honest with you. But then also, the left twats have got a bunch of shit that I don't like as well. So it's kind of, I don't know. I don't know what I would do. That's why I don't talk about politics in my comedy, because I don't know enough. I don't know any of the things. I just look at them and I go, yeah, all right. What are you just talking shite. Spare mail, je veux que vous obteniez la première place au marathon. I'm definitely not coming first in the marathon. That's absolutely for sure. But I'm just hoping not to come last. That's my hope. Because I have seen videos of other people who have online presences. A lot of people call them influencers. And who are running in the marathon. And they're being followed by French TV during their training program. And they did the half marathon in Paris and a couple of other races, and I see their posts about doing these races. And in all the comments, it's just people being like, oh yeah, marathon pour tous, marathon pour tous les influenceurs. Because basically, they've given a handful of bibs. I would say maybe 100 out of the 20,000 to people like me who running isn't their main thing in life, right? And so obviously there's a lot of hate from the running community who wanted to get a bib for the Paris Olympic Marathon and didn't. But just like every marathon, right? The London Marathon has about 30,000 people running in it, and there's about 800,000 people that apply to run in it. And so that means the 720,000 people, that's not the right maths, Paul. Stop talking shit. There's many hundreds of thousands of people that don't get in to the Boston, the New York, the Chicago, so it's the same as that. So really it doesn't matter. But also because I got my bib via this and making people laugh, I don't want to come last. The problem is I've injured myself, and that means my training is severely hampered. That's a good word, isn't it? And so I'm not going to do as good as I wanted to come. So that's annoying. Whatever. We'll see. Fucking hell, it's so hot in here. Paul would vote for Count Binface. Yeah, that was hilarious. Those of you who don't know what Count Binface is, I just have seen the photos. Basically, it's this geezer here who is actually running for MP or something like that. I don't know how well he's done. I mean, what are we doing as a population? What are we doing? We're not going to troll you for being last. I'm not worried about you guys. I'm worried about everyone else. Erica, is it a lottery system? It was kind of a lottery system for the Paris Marathon. You had to download the app, Marathon pour tous, and complete a bunch of challenges, like run a certain amount of kilometers in a certain amount of days, this, that, and the other. And once you completed all the challenges, then you got put into the lottery system. And then it was like a random... what's that called? Fucking hell. Random selection? There's a fucking word for it and I've forgotten it. You know what I mean. They picked at random 20,024 people. Well, it's like half and half. So half of them have to be women and half it's an equal amount of men and women. Yeah, I don't know the profiles of any of the people that are running it, really. Apart from the people in Team Orange running, who are all very, very quick. And also a YouTube channel called The Running Channel. They're going to be there. And that's it. I don't know who everyone else is. I did read a statistic that like 70 or 80% of them are French. The people that are running that. And then 20% are not French. So a lot of French people going to be running. Count Binface is a sexy leader. What short trainers are you wearing? I've got 3 different pairs of running shoes that I'm rotating. I've got a fucking running rotation because I've gotten a bit obsessed. So my first pair are a pair of Nike Invincible 3s. Invisible 3s, which are like really, really soft and really great for long runs. Then for race day, I've got a pair of Alpha Fly 3s, which are light. They've got a carbon plate in them, and they help your legs and your muscles not go through as much pain during the race, so you recover quicker afterwards. Having said that, I ran a half marathon now 2 weeks ago, and I've only just recovered. So I can't wait to see I did have my knee injury for that. And then my third pair, because they just released a new version of them with the initial, I used to have a 10-year-old pair of Nike Pegasus. The model was the 31s. Because every year they it's like an iPhone, right? The Nike Pegasus is like an iPhone. So I'd bought them when the sun has just set, apparently, because my computer has turned dark. So it's now 41. So 10 years ago, I bought a pair of shoes. I used them about 5 times, and then I used them a couple of times this year, but then I had to buy a new pair because the foam, it was 10 years old. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, those are my three. My three rotations. It's too much money. Un tirage au sort is the word I was looking for in French. Sweepstake, lucky draw. Yeah, I can't remember. Name out of the hat. I mean, you could say name out of the hat. I'm not sure there was a hat. Or, I mean, there might have been. There might have been somebody at Paris 2024 just picking the names out of a hat. We'll have to ask them. Linda Wonder Woman's husband did all the challenges, but he only got the 10K bib. He didn't get the full marathon. That's pretty cool. The medals are going to be amazing. They released the medals. They released them. They showed us what the medals were going to be. Paris 2024. And they look pretty sick. And obviously, because the marathon is organized by Orange Running, there's a little clin d'oeil, a little what do you call that? A little shout out to the Orange crew. Here we go. Let me show you the medals over here. So in the I can't speak anymore. I was just watching the video. So the necklace, that's not what you call it, is orange. But the medal looks pretty amazing. It's made out of recycled metal, but it's the design that is super cool as well. Where, do they have the? They don't have the still image. Basically, on the back of the 42 kilometer one, it's 24 and 42, all sort of mixed up with the nice design. It's gonna look great. I can't wait to get it. It will look better than my local race, which I did, a 10K race here, La Montreuilloise, and it's a little tiny metal medal with it. It was cool. I've got 3. I've put them up there. As you can see, I've got a new bit of my shelf, which is my running bibs with my medals that are there. I need to get some more lights up there. Are we having a post-marathon picnic? Yes, we are. At 1 o'clock in the morning. The marathon finishes at Invalides. Invalids. I don't know where exactly there, but there's lots of grass on the sides. I think there's going to be, it's going to be quite a lot of shit going on there. I imagine, the 3 races that I've run, at the end, they have tents with food and drinks and bananas and stuff, massage people. They have things going on, so we might not be able to do, I don't know. I don't know. I'm presuming we'll get more information, but the plan is, I want as many people at the marathon. Let's say, if you're in Versailles, because the end is, you're finished. You need the support throughout the run. At the beginning, I don't really care. The beginning's in Paris, and it goes all the way out to Versailles. It comes all the way back. If you're in that back half of Versailles through Meudon, Issy-les-Moulineaux, all that kind of stuff, all the way back into Paris, and I see you on the edge there, and you shout out, "Hey, dickhead!" then I will be the happiest person alive. Because everyone, obviously, will be supporting the runners at the beginning in Paris. There'll probably be a bunch of people in Versailles, but then it's the way back, especially on the way back, there's a massive hill that we've got to go up. That's going to be Billy No Mates Central, where I'm going to have Celine Dion in my ears, just singing, "All by myself." That's what I'll be screaming. So anyway. What else is happening? Oh, it's 10 to 10, ladies and gentlemen. Should we do some terrible translations? Because we didn't do those last week because I was with my mate Urbain on the live commentating on the football. So it's been a couple of weeks since we did terrible translations, which is the part of the show where you can send me an email to terribletranslationsftw@gmail.com and just send me pictures or screenshots or whatever it is of terrible translations that you see out in the wild, because some of these are outrageous. They're hilarious. So, what have we got? Let's go here. We've got what? 15? All right, we'll see if we can get through them all. If not, we'll get through some more next week. Manon Lefebvre. Bonsoir, Paul. En faisant des travaux artistiques, j'ai découvert une terrible translation sur un pot de gouache. Ou alors plusieurs, car ils ont l'air plus doués artistiquement ou pas qu'en français. Manon, I don't know what gouache is. So you found this on... you were doing artistic work, just a little bit of art in your house, and you found terrible translations on a pot of gouache. Translate to English. Oh, you can do that. On a pot of gouache. They haven't translated gouache. While doing, I discovered a terrible translate. You know what? I should terrible translate your emails. Anyway, let's have a look at the picture. So what is this? French gouache. English poster paint. Okay, I'm going to read it in English first of all, and we'll see what happens. Poster paint, caution, protect clothing and surrounding area during activity. Wash out stains at 40 degrees within 1 hour. Okay? Wash hands immediately after use. Warning, not suitable for children under 3 years. Small parts, choking hazard. That more or less sounds fine, apart from wash out stains at 40 degrees within 1 hour. That works. Right, let's go to gouache. Protéger les vêtements et le plan de travail pendant l'activité. That sounds fine. Nettoyer les tâches dans 1 heure à une température de 40 degrés. Nettoyer les tâches dans 1 heure. Lavez-vous les mains immédiatement après l'utilisation. Attention, ne convient pas aux enfants de moins de 3 ans. Petit élément, danger d'étouffement. Okay, c'est petit élément. It's not petit élément. Am I missing something? Is it gouache? Is that the... What's the terrible translation? Dans 1 heure. What did she say in the message? Or several, because they seem more artistically gifted or not than in French. Am I missing something here? I mean, they've got petit élément. It should be petits éléments. Without, it's not feminine, right? Because an element. Ne convient aux enfants de moins de 3 ans. Danger d'étouffement. Protéger les vêtements et le plan de travail pendant l'activité. Nettoyer les tâches dans 1 heure à une température de 40 degrés. How do you say within? Nettoyer les tâches. Nettoyer les tâches. Ah, les tâches. Bah yeah, les tâches, no? You're saying tâche. Tâche is in like a... All right. I feel like that one's not too bad. All right. Right. Param Nara. Jesus Christ, that is a long fucking email. Hope as well your knee ligament thing is healed. I came across Franglais. Still crap. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I love watching him. Watch it later in the evening. I think it's great. I thought I tried to contribute. Okay, these are 6 pics. Thank you for your message. I read it, but I didn't want to read it out because it's, you read quicker than you speak. And we don't have fucking time. But thank you for your kind words. Terrible translation. These are 6 pics I lifted off the internet, although these aren't translations per se, but still language-based funny pictures. Thanks for the laughs. US East Coast, probably next year. Param Nara. Right, let's go. How 1 letter can make a difference. It's a piece of dead animal. I wouldn't expect blood to be flowing down there to fill up the corpus cavernosum. Bonerless top sirloin steaks. They obviously mean boneless. But yeah, boner. For French people, a boner is an erection. So you can get your steaks. If you buy your steaks, the regular price is $7.49. And you save €1.50 by not having an erection. You can have an erectionless top sirloin steak. That's amazing. Right. This one, the airport authorities of India. Eating carpet strictly prohibited by order. I mean, as he says, it's not wrong either. It just has close to zero nutritional value. Eating the carpet. What do you reckon that is? Can anyone read? I mean, that is that Sanskrit? What? How? I don't even know how you. What's that? Writing. Authority ports. I'm trying to figure out what it could be. Oh my god. If anyone's got the answer. Eating on the carpet. Oh, maybe eating on the carpet. Maybe. Yeah, that could be a thing. Eating on the carpet is strictly prohibited. Is anyone in the picture eating? No. All right. Eating on the carpet is strictly prohibited. I feel like that's what you say when you go to someone's house, not a fucking airport. Right. Sending this to my students to explain why you put titles in quotes. That took me a moment. Avril Lavigne singing "Bite Me on the Dick." What? Avril Lavigne singing... Oh, okay. Also, you got to figure... Okay, Avril Lavigne singing "Bite Me," comma, on the Dick Clark Rockin' New Year's Eve 2022 show. So she's got a song called "Bite Me," Dick Clark's New York... Okay, right, that makes sense. They messed that one up, but it's great. Number 4, how one letter can make a difference. Even the Aussie definition can't save you here, much less the regular definition. Please use thongs when getting a cookie. Thank you. What they mean is tongs, right? Les tongs. No, how do you say that in French? The not the clippers, the things used for a barbecue when you fucking, So yeah, thongs doesn't work either. Thongs being women's underwear in French, in English, which is the same in French, un tong. Is it? Les tongs. In Australian English, a thong is a flip-flop. Okay, the French word is pince, les pinces, the pincers. Un string. That is right, I had that in my list of Anglicisms. You guys call it a string. I mean, it's not, it is almost a string. T'as vu son string? It's a thong. Right, des tongs. A thong is a flip-flop. Yeah, in Australian. That's great. All right, let's do one more of his. And then we're done. I'll move on to someone else. How one letter can make a difference. I don't know if you've got Pop-Tarts in the UK or the EU. We don't have Pop-Tarts. But Kellogg gingerbread, poop tarts. Pop-Tarts being... I don't even know how to describe them. A thing that you put in a toaster and it pops out. That's why it's a Pop-Tart. It's a tart you put in a toaster and it pops out. And it's got like jam in it. Oh, they were great. Christelle. Let's go, Christelle. Thanks, plus terrible translation. This is such a long email. Thank you so much. You're making me laugh. Been watching your YouTube videos on and off for years. Oh, I appreciate it. I thank you so much. I'm an English teacher myself in a law school. Jesus, good luck. And one strategy I used to spot which of my students were using Google Translate when I quizzed them was to ask them to translate a red herring. Oh, that is a good one. That is a good one, which in all contexts, except when talking about fishing, and I usually don't talk about fishing, is une leurre, une fausse piste. I was going to say fausse piste. A red herring is une fausse piste. A red herring being a fish. The herring is red. I don't know why we say a red herring. And you guessed it, those who answered un hareng rouge gave themselves away. I can't do it anymore now because AI has made progress and now ChatGPT gives them the right answer. Oh, that's a shocker. But what have you added here? Lumière, lumière, moyen, moyen, lourde, lourde, lourde. What are we talking about? Degré de saleté. Oh, light. Okay, so this is a washing machine. Did you say that? And I've already forgotten. The degree... How dirty are your clothes? Lumière, lumière, which is light, light, but not light as in fucking a light bulb light. Moyen, medium, that works. And lourde, heavy. How dirty, how soiled are your clothes, we would say in English. Heavily soiled, medium soiled, or lightly soiled. Lord, that's amazing. Right. Joe Schofield. Oh, he's here. He was in the comments just a minute ago. Here's a couple of food-related terrible translation. This one is from a crappy tourist restaurant in Fontainebleau a few days ago. Love Fontainebleau. One of my best shows of last year. Right. Entrecôte, beurre, maître d'hôtel. Écrasé de pommes de terre aux herbes. Okay, entrecôte, butler butter. Because a maitre d', maître d'hôtel, maitre d', that's how we say it in fucking English restaurants. Oh, are you the maitre d'? God, I fucking hate English people sometimes as well. Maître d'hôtel, beurre, maître d'hôtel. I mean, to be fair, I don't even know if it makes sense in French, does it? What is beurre, maître d'hôtel? So they've translated it as butler butter. Oh, I mean, just picture that. I'm picturing the butler from The Prince of Bel-Air making butter with a part of his body. I don't know. It's... All right, onglet de bœuf à l'échalote. Beef tip with shallots. I think that's fine, isn't it? I think we say beef tip. Do we not say beef tip? Pièce du pouget. Butcher's room. Oh, they've translated pièce to room instead of a piece of meat. But what would you say? A butcher's cut is probably what you would say. Oh, fucking hell, it's good. This one I took a few years back in a village in Nièvre. Oh, God, that sounds like a place I'll never perform. Formulate breakfast. Formule petit déjeuner. De 8h à 10h30. A tea, a coffee, or a chocolate. Just a chocolate, not a hot chocolate. You just get a chocolate. You can either choose coffee, tea, or a bar of chocolate. A juice of orange. Fucking hell! It just sounds like Borat every time. Bread, butter, and jam. That is the only one where they got it right. That's a pretty cheap breakfast there. I guess you are in Nièvre. Allez, let's do Mathurin Aaron. What time is it? All right, we'll do a couple more. Hi, Paul. I was in London this weekend and saw a very frustrating club name as a fellow bilingual. I was wondering whether it was LA Club, but it would have dots between, right? Keep going. Your lives are amazing. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, okay. LA Club as opposed to La Club. Yeah, French people would read that and be like, en fait, c'est le club, connard. Yeah, LA Club. I mean, it looks like a dodgy club, to be honest. Although, that looks like the Long Acre. I imagine that's the name of the pub. So maybe Long Acre Club is LA Club. Maybe that's what it is. That's probably what it is. Gio Trevi. Voici une société qui sait se faire remarquer. Right, let's have a look. What's the... Wood and bois. I'm trying to figure out what the problem is with that. Wood and bois. Wood and bois. Wood and bois. Wood and bois. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Wood and boys? Pocrash is suggesting? Yeah. Bah, c'est la même chose, quoi. That's true. Wood and bois. Yeah, but maybe they're bilingual. Maybe it was founded by a guy called John Jean. Wood and bois. It kind of almost sounds like wooden, as in wooden. Quelque chose qui est boisé. Wooden, bois. That's almost a play on words. It's a good one. Valérie Goyette, one more, let's do this last one, and then we'll do the rest next week. Bonjour Paul, voici une mauvaise traduction que j'ai trouvée sur Amazon. Ils ont confondu tear and tear. Okay, bonne soirée. This is going to be a good one. Neutrogena. Visitez la boutique Baby Ganix. Baby Ganix, totally tropical lotion, solaire, minéral, shea blend, bla bla bla, protection pour la peau de bébé, formule anti-déchirure. Oh, anti-tear, it's tear-free, as in tear-free, as in you don't cry, you don't tear. But they've translated as it tear-free. If you put this cream on your baby, you will never be able to tear it. If he falls over, he's not going to scratch anything. He's going to be fine. He's tear-free, tear-free. That is a very good one. Anti-déchirure. Oh, that is too good, too good. To be fair, that's when the English language is a piece of shit as well. Because we have things that are spelt the same that sound completely different. Like tear and tear. I was going to say bear and beer. But That doesn't work. There's another one I'm thinking. Bow and bow. If you bow down to the queen, but you shoot her in the face with a bow, it's the same. It's the same spelling. Cow and co. No, doesn't matter. That was a good one. That was a good one to end on, wasn't it? Oh, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for this week's Monday Night Live. Patreon, I will carry on with you guys. I've got some special announcements to make about the dates of my upcoming work in progress shows, so you can put them in your calendar already. I'll show you the poster that we've made. It looks fucking great. I'm excited. So Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. If you're not a member of my Patreon, then if you want to support the channel and buy me some virtual beers, you get a bunch of exclusive content. And we have fun for an extra hour. So Patreon, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everyone else, I will see you. Am I seeing you next Monday? That was a question. Because my dad might be in town, in which case I might not be available for the live. So I will let you know. You'll find out. Patreon, social media, if I'm online, I'll be online. Tuesday, tomorrow, Paul Taylor and friends. And that is it. That's it for now. You guys are great. Bisous, bye.